Hello viewers, it's Timmy2009 and I'm back with another video. Now yes, I know I was going to review the Symbiote Studios plushies, but don't worry, I promise I will do that. I'm not clickbaited yet. I've never planned on clickbaiting, so I hope you're so excited for that. Anyways, so you remember all that? In one of my previous videos, I did a review on the Bluebird Thomas Tank Engine Friends Miniature Railway from 1998. This is a UK item. I do wish they could have, sold this in other countries like the US, for example. And I do still wish to this day that the line wasn't discontinued, that Mattel, since they bought out the rights to Bluebird toys, I honestly don't know why they themselves couldn't have, made Bluebird Thomas set, or re-released this set, or make their own Bluebird lines instead of giving us the Thomas minis. Although I'm pretty sure if they did make the Bluebird Thomas line, they would have given the train CGI faces, or as of recently, they probably would have made an All Engines Go Bluebird set, which I'm sure a lot of Thomas fans wouldn't want. I'm pretty sure that they would make the two worst characters of Thomas Friends that I do not like at all, Nia and Rebecca. Yeah, I've already explained that tons of times in my videos. But also, my other least favorite characters are Ari and Bert. I know it's a hot take, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, so the Bluebird Miniature Railway set is a good set, and nothing more. I do wish it was the same size as the Thomas and James sets they've made, as well as being compatible and not having the 3 faces, but in all honesty, this is one of their best Thomas models they've ever made yet. I think he has a nice proportion. He has a very cute face. His whistle, for some reason, looks like a bell. And he has some nice 3 buffers. And now I think the reason why him and Percy don't roll as smoothly is because they do have a bit of rust on them. I forgot to mention that in the video. I didn't know that when I looked at the eBay listing, but still, it's very nice to have the official Bluebird Thomas. And he does roll okay, but if he wasn't rusted, I'm pretty sure he would roll smoother.
Your dad can probably put some rust remover spray in there.
I mean, I don't want to damage these two. I think
okay.
These have a bit of charm to them, especially Percy here. Now, Percy is a bit okay. He's pretty cute. I like his design, but I don't know about that face. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not the worst I've seen. But I really prefer Thomas's face here. The cartoonish look, the nice Pac-Man eyes. I think it's better than Percy's face. And for once, we finally have Bulstrode. Now, we don't have Birdie or the Troublesome Truck, but I do think it would have been nice. But I'm happy to have Bulstrode. Basically, you can... I mean, Thomas does look a bit too big. If I had the smaller version of Thomas, I'm sure he would fit in Bulstrode better. But still, it's very nice to have Bulstrode. He also has a cute face. Anyways, so you all know that Thomas and Percy are included in this set. But do you notice anything different about this set? If you've guessed that there are several other new characters, then you are right. So if you read by the title of the video, we're taking a look at the 3 printed Bluebird Miniature Thomas Railway trains. This includes James, Gordon, Toby, Edward, and Henry. So now we've got the full main cast from the first 6 seasons. I mean, actually the first 7 seasons. If you're wondering why I say that, it's because Emily wasn't a character until season 8. She was first introduced in season 7 as a side character. But then, once season 8 came along and Hit Entertainment bought the full rights to Thomas, they decided to make Emily one of the main characters. Now, if this series didn't get bankrupt in 1998, I would have loved to see all the other engines as well as Emily, since she's one of my favorites. And possibly Cranky the Crane and a few other Bluebird sets, like The Quarry, Muffle Mountain, Brenham Docks, Knapford Station, basically any other, place you could think of on the island of Sodor. Or the Northwestern Railway, as it's usually called. But still, I do think it's a nice setup here. And it is very small, so, picking this up in my hand, it's not that big. But anyways, you do have the other engines here. And they're all 3 printed. Now, yes, they do look realistic, sort of. These almost feel like real models. But I promise you, they are 3 printed. If you were to take pictures of this thing and post it on Facebook or Twitter, I'm pretty sure that people would easily be fooled by these trains, and possibly think they were, actually part of the set, but they're not. If you go on eBay, you'll find out that, like, you're not always going to find a complete set. Like, sometimes the trains and the vehicles are going to be missing from this set, like, and the shed as well. I don't understand why they sell this thing without the parts. It would be one thing if they sold these as replacement parts in case you lose them, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But who knows?
6 minutes.
Although I'm pretty sure that if you do lose the trains, you can alternatively 3D print them. Now, they do all fit on the tracks here. We'll go over them one by one when I'm done, but they all fit nicely. It's a little bit cramped here, but, like, I'm pretty sure you would just have to, like, move a few characters around, so, like, you'll be able to move them all around easily. Now, the set is missing a few things, like Sir Topham Hat, obviously. It's also missing a few buffers and a signal right here. And it is a bit sun-faded, because, like, I think they were playing it with it outside. I don't know if that explains the rust in Thomas and Percy. Or maybe, like, they had them in water. It couldn't be that, because, like, the wheels are still pretty shiny. I'm pretty sure they would have also rusted if they were in water. Or if they were, like, totally submerged. Now, for some reason, these are made of plastic, but they are missing a bit of paint on here. Like, I thought maybe plastic would be stronger than metal or wood. But still, they are. It's nice to have Thomas and Percy. I'm pretty sure if you lose these, you could 3D print them, but yeah, they're very nice. But now we have the entire Steam team here. I know you might be saying, what about Emily? But I'm going to be honest, like, these are the only 3 faces I could find on Thingiverse. And they're all created by this YouTuber named The Lazy Train, which, by the way, you should check him out and go subscribe to him. He's amazing. I love the 3D printed faces he makes. Like, The Lazy Train, if you are watching this, please make more character faces. Like, Duck, Donald, Douglas, Oliver, Emily, Bill, Ben, Diesel, etc. Please, I would love to, like, see more faces from you. You're amazing. I want to thank The Lazy Train for making these faces, putting them on Thingiverse, because I think this has definitely made these trains more amazing. Like, now, there aren't that many other 3D faces, so if you want me to make more characters, you're probably going to have to, like, wait until I have more 3D faces, if The Lazy Train decides to make more faces and put them on Thingiverse. Or if, like, another Thomas the Tank Engine 3D modeler can make other faces and add them to Thingiverse, that would be amazing. But anyways, I'm still getting sidetracked, but
8 minutes.
So, I think all these characters do fit nicely on here. Like, they do have the same, like, roller wheels, and they do fit on here. And I will be making rolling stock pretty soon. So for now, we only have the main 7 right here, but I'm sure one day if anyone else decides to make 3 faces and put them on Thingiverse, I'm sure we'll have more characters in the future. Alright, so, with all of that out of the way, let's go over these engines one by one. Starting off, we have possibly my favorite engine of this 3 print series. Right off the bat, James the Splendid Red Engine. What more can I say? He's awesome. So, I think one thing that most people have said about this Bluebird train says that they've wanted to see James in this miniature railway. I mean, that's usually what Trains Extreme said in his video. Now, I do think that originally they were going to expand upon this set and make more characters, but that didn't end up happening. Sorry. So we have Thomas and Percy, the 2 most iconic characters of the series, but then we also have James the Red Engine, who is another popular character. And these are the 3 engines that Mattel uses, like, in their market, but, well, or in promotions, like, when they promote these engines. But I gotta say, James almost looks like he's real compared to, like, the other 2 trains. Like, looking at them side by side, you can hardly tell that James is 3D printed. I mean, most of you might tell that he is because, like, the way he's painted. Like, I think these have, like, a factory sort of paint to them, like, and they're super detailed. I mean, this just feels like something, like, a lot of painters would do, like, when they make custom Thomas models. Anyways, I know a lot of you have been wanting me to, like, download my files and, like, send you links to them, but I don't know if I might do that one day, like, but I'm thinking of sending files on Etsy, like, in case you want to, like, make your own Bluebird trains.
We can do that over Christmas break.
Okay, at some point I will get to it. I promise, but for now, here we have James the Red Engine. Like he always says, he's the splendid red engine, and he's not wrong. He has the nice scarlet red paint. Now, you might be questioning, like, why is his dome and stripes yellow instead of gold? Well, I did that to, like, match with Thomas and Percy, since they both have yellow. And like I said, like,
11 minutes.
he looks realistic compared to these two. Like,
Yep, the size is perfect.
in the middle with them, he looks amazing. Now, these are the size of the My Busy Book engines, like I said. Like, it took me a while to, like, come to that conclusion. Like, measuring these side by side, I didn't think they would actually be the size of the My Busy Book engines. Like, that surprised me. So I took that and basically, like, tried to, like, make James in scale with Thomas and Percy, and it worked. Now, his side rods, like, his side rods are painted silver, although I don't know why Thomas and Percy's are painted white. Like, honestly, I probably would have painted them white to, like, match Thomas and Percy, but I would be more accurate and paint them silver. And I just think it would make him look better. Now, his tender does articulate. Not fully, but it still does move from side to side, so you can put him on the curves. Now, I don't want to, like, remove the clip, because, like, this is actually supposed to be, like, the loophole couplings, but the loop didn't print fully, so it just made a clip instead. I had to, like, trim it to, like, get it to fit on James. But putting him on this set, he looks so realistic, and when you move him on the curves, it feels great. Now, these don't roll, but these are definitely nice for stop motion if you wanted to. But yeah, he can couple up to Annie and Clarabelle. He can pull rolling stock, which is super nice. Like, I'm sure everyone would want a Bluebird James at some point, and I could possibly make that happen. So, that's James, the Red Engine. He's pretty splendid. And now we have Edward, the Blue Engine. Now, Edward basically is a retooling of James, the Red Engine. Like, they both have the same tender, but Edward is painted blue. He has a different wheel arrangement. Like, he has sort of an 040 wheel arrangement, while James is an 060. And James is based off the L Wire Class 28, and Edward's based off the K2 locomotives. Now, he does have a painted on mouth because, like, I think the original one, like, wasn't as visible, so, but he does have a nice face. If I'm being honest, like, I did try to paint these faces as best as I could. I'm just gonna say James has the best face. But anyways, I don't know what there is to say about Edward that hasn't been said. I think he's awesome. And I really do wish that him and Henry weren't replaced with female engines, because Edward and Henry were the two first characters that Audrey has created, along with Gordon here. But yeah, Edward would have to be my favorite character next to Thomas the Tank Engine. He has, like, the 3 whistle right here, which is pretty cool. Like, now I know all these engines don't have their details, like the handrails, for example, or the lamp irons, or the lamps on the front. Because Edward also does fit on this set. I don't know what else to say about Edward, because, like, all these characters do have a nice character trait, but I've already talked about them plenty of times on this channel. But, like James, Edward also fits on here. And then we have Big Strong Henry. I'm sure a lot of Henry fans would be happy about this one. Now, Henry does look a bit longer than Edward and James, and a bit longer than the smaller version of the 3-printed Henry with the paper face. Now, I do love the way how his piston rods look.
I can't believe the printer did that. That's amazing.
Yeah. The 3-printer can do wonders. Now, he does have the nice pointy nose. His face is also
Sure does.
a bit cute like Edward, but
I can't believe the printer made the nose pointy as small as it is. It's
yeah.
impressive.
Now, I did try to make these wheels super detailed like Thomas and Percy, but for some reason, the printer wouldn't print all those tiny details for some reason on most of the wheels.
It did better on the green one. You can see it on there.
Yeah, I do love the way the side rods are designed.
But still.
Now, he has the Fowler tender on the back and the number 3. Now, I think Henry does fit nicely, but I am a little bit worried when it comes to, like, longer characters, because getting him to, like, go around the curves is a bit of a stretch, because, like, look at his tender here. Although I'm pretty sure he would fit on those, like, 3 printed curves, but this sort of make me concerned about putting longer engines like Murdoch and D261, for example, because they are, like, massively long, like, especially Murdoch, since he has 10 drive wheels. So I'm pretty sure he would have a horrible time fitting on the curves here if I ever made a Murdoch. But who knows, I might try to, like, get him to fit on there. Like, possibly, like, make the wheels separate and just, like, have them articulate on a separate bogie. That's just one idea. But still, in terms of design, I do think Henry looks very accurate. And he's probably one of the more better ones of, like, Toby and Gordon here, but him, Edward, and James here all look amazing. Like, especially putting them next to Thomas and Percy. Like, you can hardly tell the difference that they're 3D printed. Alright, now let's move on to, the big strong guy himself, Gordon the Express Engine. The pride of the line. Now, I do think Gordon came out very nice, though the thing I'm least happy about is the cab. I think I might have messed up on the cab, because, like, he's supposed to, like, have this overhang on his roof and these little curved divots, like, on the sides, like how he does in the show, but I accidentally, like, when I made these, I tried to, like, put Henry and Gordon side by side so I could try to, like, alter Henry a little bit and make him look more like Gordon. But I accidentally forgot to edit out the cab to, like, make it not look like Henry's.
You could make another one.
Now, I am not redoing Gordon and Toby.
Okay.
I put way too much effort in these guys. I'm very proud with my hard work, and redoing them would just be more stressful. Like, having to, like, print them, paint them all over again. Like, I know, like, when most people mess up, they always have to redo their models to, like, make them perfect. When it comes to, like, making Gauge 1 models or other type of customs, like, I know a lot of people have messed up on their models and have had to redo them again. Like, I know you're not always going to get it right the first time, but that's the fun in, like, painting and building, like, just, like, get it right. Like, I know I've had to, like, try to, like, design these bluebird trains as many times as I could until I got them right. But still, I'm happy with how Gordon came out, though the cab could have been a bit better. Also, his tender is a bit taller than the others, like James and Edward's. And like Henry, he's a bit more concerning because of, like, how long he is. Like, trying to fit him on the curves, like, yeah. I don't know. It does look cool on the set, but
18.
yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, honestly, even though the curves don't look that good, like, I still think Gordon might have a better time on here, but these would be better for stop motion, rather than having to, like, push them along myself. If I ever plan on doing remakes, I am going to be using stop motion. So I hope you're looking forward to, like, having remakes. Now, one thing I do plan on doing in the future is making the Bluebird set, but based off of the Ertl Mini World Carrying Case set from the UK.
Do you have it?
No, I don't have the official Ertl miniature set. They did make a line with the 3 faces, and basically the set where you can, like, build your own, like, Ertl miniature world, which I think is pretty cool. So I thought about doing the same, but adding the Bluebird trap to them. And finally, we have the tram engine himself, Toby. Now, Toby does look very nice in terms of design and in terms of paint job, and I really love that face. Like, I think all these faces look super accurate to the model series, which is why I love, like, the way the Lazy Train designed them. He also made Thomas and Percy as well, but I already do have the official Bluebird Thomas and Percy here.
20.
Now, I think Toby was the one I messed up on the most, because, like, I accidentally forgot to, like, measure him compared to the other engines, so I didn't realize he would be this short. And also, I'm not redoing Toby, because I think this came out very nice, and
Yeah, he looks fine.
I love the effort I put into Toby, and I put a lot of effort and hard work into these engines to, like, make them feel real, like, especially James right here. Like, you see how detailed James is compared to the other engines. Even though Toby is a little bit shorter, I do think he's still pretty nice. in terms of design and paint job. And he still does work on this set. Like, when you put him in the sheds along with Thomas and Percy, you basically have, like, the Farquhar branch line trio all here. Like, that is very nice. I think the only other complaint I do have with the bigger engines is that they don't fully fit on the turntable. I know James and Edward might because of the way the roller wheels are, like, smushed in with them. But turning the turntable is already hard enough because it's so tight and really squished in
If
there.
you push it down, it works better, remember? When we pushed it down.
Like
push it and turn it at the same time.
I don't know if you can, like, it's very hard to, like, get these engines to, like, turn. You would basically be able to do it with the smaller engines like Percy here, for example. But who knows? If I do more 3 printed Bluebird sets, I'm definitely going to make a bigger turntable for these tender engines here. Like, this would be good for, like, a Tenders and Turntables remake, since there's a scene where Gordon is too big to fit on the turntable. And he basically has to pull the express backwards, and Thomas basically calls him a tank engine, which I think was pretty funny. But anyways, so that was all the Bluebird 3 print trains. Now, I know this isn't every character in the entire series, because I know there are other ones like Terrence, Bertie, Emily, Duck, Oliver, Donald, and Douglas, and etc. But for now, these are the only trains that have 3 faces. So, oh, sorry. If you do want me to make more engines, like, you're probably going to have to, like, wait until I get some more 3 faces, like, commissioned from other, like, Thingiverse modelers, like 3 modelers was what I'm trying to say. So, Lazy Train, if you are watching this, thank you so much for making these faces. I do give you all the credit for making these faces. I know you put a lot of effort into making them accurate, and I definitely had a lot of fun making these guys. It just feels so nice to, like, have them on here. Like, I think this set has, like, been lifted somewhat because of, like, these new additions.
A link to their channel in your description.
And like I said, if you were to take pictures of this set, post it on Facebook, I'm pretty sure most people would be blown away and probably couldn't tell the difference between the real trains and the 3 printed trains. And comment down below what you thought of these Bluebird trains. But like I said, if you are wanting more engines,
23.
I might try to make more characters depending on if there are any 3 faces that exist. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!